Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here, and this is another emergency alert. Guys, we dodged a bullet down here in Panama City, Florida with Hurricane Helene. Projection showed it's going to hit us. It came up the back side of us, and I believe it was Perry, made landfall, and then tore straight up the United States. We dodged a bullet here, but a lot of people did not. This is one of the things that I try to push a lot here on this channel. We are a prepping channel, but we try to prepare not just for the whole end of the world apocalypse, no rule of law type of scenarios. The majority of things that we're going to face as Americans, as humans, is natural disasters. That is a big time killer. It disrupts daily lives and ruins lives, and sometimes takes lives. So right now there's some photos that's been popping up there for you guys. These are many different states that this storm has came through. Should be a pop-up there or over here of the power outages alone in these areas. Now, in the wintertime, power outages in these northern areas are killers. Summertime just depends on the temperature and stuff, guys. Yeah, it gets hot. But not having drinkable water is probably the main thing. It's the number one killer really, really fast. All right, not having anything to drink, yeah, you dehydrate, you die. So as a prepping channel, we try to promote preparedness on natural disasters. That's one of our top ones. I know most people don't really get into it that much, and I understand. I enjoy the fictional novels, you know, the stories and stuff, fictional stories of, you know, EMP attacks and all this great stuff, and Wolverine. I get it. But I try to look at things as logically as possible as a prepper. Yeah, I look at all these scenarios, and not that I'm saying we cannot prepare for these things, but what's the main one that we will need to focus on the most? Natural disasters, of course. Now, I'm going to quickly talk about some things on that before we get into the next story with Israel and Hamas, Lebanon. Yeah, that's a powder keg, ladies and gentlemen. It's just actually just took a step forward into World War III, in my opinion, on this. But with natural disasters, guys, we got another system coming. Yeah, right now it's too far out. As a prepper, I don't take chances. I don't. I've been through too many hurricanes, been through earthquakes, been through house fires, been through ice storms. I know what it is when you are stuck in position and everything gets destroyed around you and you don't have enough supplies. That's before I became a prepper, guys. But unfortunately, preppers are the minority. You think people in Kentucky and Tennessee were preparing for a hurricane? No, they weren't. All right, now they did get some information ahead of time saying, hey, you're going to have some strong winds come your way, but they weren't ready for the flooding that happened. I mean, bridges were taken out, bridges were covered with debris, and I even said old woods. All right, the woods they're old. They're not designed or never grew up around these high wind areas. It's a different type of wood. All right, as far as the fiber materials and stuff like that in the trees, that is not designed to take that type of force. So we got this new storm coming. Don't know what it's going to do. Way too early. So just, if you're in the Gulf Coast, guys, keep your eyes open. If you're in Florida, definitely keep your eyes open. So they're projecting anywhere from Texas to Panama City to Big Bend area again. It should be a pop-up there somewhere. Some are saying it's too late in the season for it to go into Texas. All right, that kind of narrows it down from Louisiana all the way to the Big Bend. Others are saying because the jet stream is not going to make it past Panama City. Others are saying it's going directly towards Panama City. Don't know. I really don't. As a prepper, though, we stock up, guys. I mean, I just went through what we had around the house, you know, when our immediate areas are water, alternative power, gasoline generator, stuff like that, guys. We've done so many videos on preparing for natural disasters. Get your supplies now. All right. The greatest thing about being a prepper is when you're prepped, you don't have to run to the store to go get anything. Now, before the storm came, did I go to the store? Yeah. I wanted to get a couple more 5-gallon jugs filled up in case it's a major hurricane, because I got a little lax on it. Quite frankly, I'm just working all the time. Yeah, I was at work today. Today's Sunday. And it just, you know, I like, you know what? Let me go ahead and make sure everything's topped off. Now, I went ahead and filled up all of our buckets with clean, drinkable water and things like that. Stuff that we usually don't keep full on hand all the time. because we have water purification systems here. I got water all over the place around here. Do I keep water on hand? I do. But not in the totes and stuff like that I showed in that video. That was just simple stuff that we keep. We keep extra totes, 5-gallon buckets, things like that. Fill them up. 5-gallon bucket, and it's a food grade bucket at Walmart. You can purchase for like $3. There you go. You can just stack them. I mean, they sell them stacked together. I mean, you get you a couple of those, you got 20 gallons of drinking water right there. Yeah. So with Israel and Hamas, guys, Israel has come out and said they are making plans to have ground forces invade Lebanon. Yeah. So they've been doing strikes nonstop. Should be some headline news up there for you guys. They have been doing strikes, and they're claiming that they took out some more of the top leaders of Hezbollah. I think I said Hamas earlier, Hezbollah. And now they're ready to send in ground troops, or these special operations, into Lebanon. Well, Lebanon's backed by Iran. Iran's backed by Russia. This is what I'm saying is the next step, the crossover step into World War III. The sandbox, guys, there's always conflict. There's always something major going to happen. And these pushes, you know, it's always in the name of fighting terrorists, terrorism. Quite frankly, I'm not there, so I can't tell you what really goes on in these countries, because the news media that we get is always leaning one way or the other. You never know exactly what's going on unless you got family, friends that are there letting you know, hey, this is what's really going on here. Don't listen to the news. All I know is we keep seeing a larger push more and more into a global conflict. They want to get all the players involved. They just want to keep on going and keep pushing. And if you look at what's going on, and you look back 15 years ago, all this stuff was happening 15 years ago, yeah, I think we'd have already been at war. But now it's like, you see it in the news, everyone's just getting so used to constantly seeing the never-ending battles between this side and that side, and those groups over there and that group over there, and oh, what about those guys? It's like they're giving us a normalcy of it. You get people used to the idea when major things happen. I mean, major things happen. Some won't even bat an eye. If they drop a big old nuclear warhead, yeah, a lot of people would be batting an eye. But what if they start using smaller, tactical, you know, start getting more and more involved with biological and chemicals? Will people be in an uprising about it? I don't know. I'm not here to tell you what side to take pick on. I'm just saying our government doesn't tell us anything. They just tell us what they want to tell us. News and information that we get is always biased. It's always being pushed by an agenda. We never really know what it is. So anyway, guys, this is the things I wanted to discuss tonight. With this upcoming storm, it might turn into a hurricane, might not. Might not be a big nothing burger. But the people that live north of me, from Panama City, all over Kentucky, Tennessee, a lot of those people thought it was a nothing burger as well. Keep your preps in order. If you're a prepper, most of the time your stuff is already laid out. You're ready to go. I always say, don't leave all your preps in one location. This is for the studio, all right? This is for, eye candy for the studio. All these are real preps, every single one of these, all right? But we just pull from stock. There's rice there. Move your stuff around. Let's say that I had everything in this house and major hurricane came, flooded, obliterated with a tornado. Then what? I don't leave everything in one location. Reason being, I had a house fire back in 2012, lost everything inside the home. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I move my stuff around. Is it more expensive? Is it more work? Absolutely is. It is. But when you lose everything because of something stupid, a house fire due to a bad electrical because you had a slumlord of a landlord that would never fix the thing, you start rethinking a lot. So when it comes to natural disasters, spread your stuff out. Keep prepping. We know our world's changing. I'm not here to talk about the global temperature rating. Some words, some things you just got to watch what you say on this platform. Personally, I believe that the Earth is shifted as far as the poles. Some believe that the Earth has actually shifted on its axis. Others are saying they have the math and calculation that the Earth has actually slowed down a little bit and is changing our weather patterns. Could be. I'm not a scientist. I can research as much as I can. I read one documentation and it'll take me to another one that says completely different. A different report ran by a different company that's being paid by somebody else, and that one they're just being paid to say something else. Your choices on that, guys. I say just follow your gut. You know you got family to take care of. Take care of them. All right? Put the food back. Put those supplies back. Take initiative and training, better preparing yourself to take care of your family when disaster strikes. All right, guys. Speak to y'all later.